Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Stand. We're outside Old Trafford, a rainy afternoon for the second leg of the semi-final. Carabao Cup, Nottingham Forest are in town. Doesn't look like a Category A game today anyway, because there's no boards up for the away fans, but this kind of says exactly where this game is at right now. What a week that was. Cup week has been, it's been very good to Ten Hag. Well, good on the pitch, but not off it in terms of news regarding injuries. We have no midfield, and then we reacted. Yesterday was pretty crazy. As you've seen, who was down at the press conference, early doors, Manchester United looked like doom and gloom. Then all of a sudden, because the focus in that press conference was on the news that broke just before of Christian Eriksen's injury and being out for pretty much near the whole of the season now, probably back end of April when we're just finishing up, no one really asked any relevant questions on tonight's game against Nottingham Forest. And it just went by the by until after we found out that he did another interview with MUFC and he spoke about who was going to be available for tonight. Anthony Martial, Jadon Sancho. Obviously, we haven't got any Christian Eriksen. He's hit that injury list with Donny van der Beek. And then now finding out that we probably won't see Scott McTominay till March as well. United have no midfielders. And then it all changed. Obviously, you was with us yesterday and transfer deadline day and everything that went on. In the end, Marcel Sabitzer was brought in from Bayern Munich on a season-long loan. Well, a rest of the season loan from what we've got now until the end. And everyone started to look, oh, Sancho's back. Martial might be back. We've now brought another midfielder in who's two-footed, can play in multiple positions and cover all over the pitch, it would seem. The man played in 8 different positions for Bayern Munich last season, and I think Ten Hag has been very savvy. I mean, the news broke yesterday also about the players that were offered to United as well. Reject Central. I think Sal Niguez was in there. Do you remember them days, Sal Niguez? Oh, Isco, long forgotten players, but Ten Hag knows what he wants from a player, and Sabitzer pretty much ticked all the boxes for him. Will we see him tonight? No, I'm pretty certain we won't. I don't think he'll risk him. Tonight I expect to see changes though. We just said it there then. I think tonight we could see a front three of Sancho, Martial and Garnacho. Bruno will play, obviously, because Bruno plays every single game that he's available. I think we just have to accept that. Bruno doesn't like to be rested, and that's fine by me. If he can manage 60 games a season, go for it. He is our engine and he is our main focal point in terms of starting attacks and creating more chances than anyone. So Bruno in there with them three in front of him, changing that whole front three, wow. I never thought we'd have the opportunity to do that, but this is where we're at. Midfield-wise, this is when the conundrum starts for tonight's game anyway, because we know we've got the 3-0 lead. How will Nottingham Forest approach the game? I do not know. I mean, will Steve Cooper think damn his limitations and go, I don't want to risk too many key players? We've seen the Gibbs-White walk-off injured in the first leg, which was last week. Is he going to risk that again now with the importance of the rest of the season in the Premier League for Nottingham Forest? All the rivals around them strengthening, Southampton strengthening. It's going to be one hell of a relegation battle, and they are still just on the cusp of that. Are they going to risk players in this semi-final knowing that they need to do something that they've not done all season, which is score 4 goals away from home? 4 goals at the best Premier League defence in the league at home this season. Manchester United added to that with multiple options for us to change things up, and how much we change it, it doesn't really change anything in terms of results for us because we are solid no matter who plays at the back at the moment. How serious is Steve Cooper going to take this game? That's the big question. And I think it's hard for Ten Hag to balance because we're not going to know until late on, obviously, who Steve Cooper's going to play. And then Ten Hag has to look at it and go, right, okay, how am I going to play this? I think we'll see it. I think we'll see the likes of Zidane Iqbal and Kobe Mainoo in some quantity tonight. I do think that we are going to see game time for them. Whether or not it's a start, I do not know. Again, that comes down to that question I just posed in terms of how serious Ten Hag wants to take this game. I think Manchester United should just go out and win this game. Play a strong enough team. I don't think Forest are going to be strong. I really don't. I think Cooper will look at, like I said, and how I described their season now. I can't see even their strongest team scoring 4 goals. They just haven't got it in them. And I think United will pick them off if they do come out United tonight. And I think it should be just a walk through into the final. And I don't mean any disrespect at all to Nottingham Forest because they did cause us some problems early doors in the second half in that first leg. But I don't see them going for it tonight. I just don't. I'd be surprised if they did and risking players, going hell-bent, knowing what's really important now. So I just look at it and go, United should walk through this game and we should have a chance and an opportunity to rest some key players. Rashford should be nowhere near this team tonight. I think Weghorst should get a rest as well. And obviously Anthony, I think, should get a rest. I think Sancho needs to come in and start this game. I really do. I said it in the last game against Reading. Sancho must start. That was the title. It didn't start. It was nowhere near the matchday squad. This is the perfect game for him to come back into. Then we've got a Saturday game. No cameras on us against Crystal Palace at weekend. Sancho and Martial being available right now and Sabitzer coming into this squad just give you that little bit of boost and confidence. Because come March, April, when McTominay's back, take that as serious as you want to take it, and then obviously Eriksen coming back right at the end of April. Can you imagine Christian Eriksen coming back into a team then that's got Sabitzer in midfield already with Casemiro, Fred, Bruno, and the options that we will then have off the bench in the crucial stages of this season? Because I see United going all the way to the FA Cup semi/final, depending if we get City or not, because I think they're the only threat in this competition. Well, in the FA Cup, that is. We're not talking about tonight. Obviously, we've only got Newcastle left if we get through tonight. But in terms of United fighting on all fronts, I do believe that we've got a chance against Barcelona in a couple of weeks now as well. I think we've got a strong enough team. I do believe that we can take Barcelona down, and then we are going to need everyone. And it's just an opportunity. I think I've repeated myself so many times on these road trips and preview videos now, saying this is great and Ten Hag has got the perfect opportunity to rest players, and then he's gone full strength. So I could just be talking completely out of my ass right now, and Ten Hag goes full strength. Is there a shout for that? I think in terms of looking at pluses for that, it's keeping that winning run going, building that winning mentality. Like I said, 2 games ago, it was important that we got through Cup Week strongly and we put behind us that bad week in the Premier League against Palace and Arsenal. 2/3 of the way there, obviously. 2 comfortable wins against Forest and Reading. Just see this off, get the win tonight. That's 3 wins in a row, and then we go into Saturday against Palace fully confident and ready to rumble again. And everyone's forgot about that little run, that bad patch, that bad week. And we've got a lot more options squad-wise. That's really good for United. The importance of this eludes nobody in a Manchester United shirt. From the fans, the players, the management staff and the board and everyone above. Manchester United getting their hands on a trophy is a big statement this season in Ten Hag's first season. Obviously, we know we need to be in the top 4. The competition for key players and the transfer window with Champions League behind you, new ownership behind you, a new project in Ten Hag, which has had its first real good season so far, that brings in a lot of players. It's like Sabitzer could have gone elsewhere. Sabitzer jumped at the chance to come to Manchester United simply because of Ten Hag and the project that he's producing. So that's why it's important. Getting Manchester United's hands on a trophy is massive this season. It really is. Can you imagine this young squad and the confidence that would bring, that winning mentality, which Ten Hag said he needed to implement and put into these players at the start of the season. His very first press conference, he was saying the same thing. Win every game, compete for every trophy that we're in. It's exactly how he's played this season out. It's like game after game. We were talking just off camera then, saying it's just you forget about the games that are coming up. You don't know what game's what from 1 week to the next unless you sit down and look at the calendar. It's like Crystal Palace on Saturday, and then we're into a double game week against Leeds United, followed by Barcelona. It's just absolutely crazy. This month, I think, could be a defining moment in Manchester United's season, quite clearly. I said this, Christian Eriksen has left Manchester United on crutches, or left Nottingham, he left Manchester United on crutches the other day, still in 4 competitions. When he comes back, Manchester United may only be in 1, which is fighting for the top 4. And yeah, you can call that a competition if you want, but it is a big thing for United this season. That's how important February is. February and March are pretty much, it is the end. It is everything for United. It is the end game, basically. And I think Manchester United can get through all of it. I said it before, and everyone was laughing at me and saying, settle down, Adam. Going for a treble. That's what United are going for. We are going for a treble. It's as simple as that. Why wouldn't we be? We can beat Forest tonight and then beat Newcastle. We can beat West Ham at home. We're in the quarterfinal. If we get through Barcelona, there's only Arsenal left in that Europa League. February could make me look very stupid, or it could make me look bang on point, because that's exactly where we are and what we're competing for right now as Manchester United fans, players, staff, everyone here at this football club. It is on. I'm telling you now, the treble is on. And it starts tonight, just finishing it and getting the job done, rolling in to Saturday. And then obviously it's the big month at February. It is. Everything is on February for this club and these players right now. We need everyone fit. We need everyone available. Is Ten Hag going to rest players looking ahead at this month? Honestly, I can say everything that I've just said. Ten Hag could just completely blow that out of the water, like I said. And I would not be surprised if I walked up here tonight and seen a full-strength team walking out against Nottingham Forest. He just likes to continue that winning mentality, that momentum that he's built. He just doesn't like to seem to let it off. And he said it before. It was very, very important what he said. He said players don't get given chances, they earn the chances. And that's where I think he's kept his ethos. That's what he's kept his philosophy on. And that's how this season has panned out. And so far, it's worked out for him. You cannot calculate injuries into a season. It's impossible. You just don't know. We didn't know we was going to have a psychopathic Andy Carroll running around the pitch at Old Trafford on Saturday, taking out players left, right and centre. We didn't. It happened, and now we've dealt with it. Luckily, we had 1 day left, and we scrambled a loan signing over the line in Sabitzer, who I think could be an absolute diamond for Manchester United. United could have actually stumbled upon a winning formula going through in terms of squad depth and what we need to see us through this next few months of the season. But that's it. That's a lot of depth for just one Forest game that's already in the bag, isn't it? But that's how detailed it is here on the United stand. Cheers for all your support yesterday through deadline day, and obviously for me standing out here in the rain again. Yes, I will see you all tonight. Hopefully we're talking about the future with no more injuries and a busy February. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand, everybody. I'll see you outside Old Trafford later.